Y'all, it's your boy Goggles back with another video. Please do me a favor, subscribe, like. So as we know it, Floyd Mayweather is officially 50-0. Conor McGregor is done. It's over. You know, there's all this talk about, you know, Conor gonna knock Floyd out. He gonna do this. He gonna do that. It's over. It's done. The only chance that Conor had was to knock out Floyd, and that is not gonna happen. So you know, he had a chance of beating Floyd, which was knocking him out, but that was the only way he was gonna beat him. But inside 4 rounds, this is a boxing match, not no MMA fighting. No, you're not finna knock nobody out in less than 4 rounds unless you just got them hands. He ain't Mike Tyson, so ain't no way you gonna knock him out in 4 rounds. But you know, I was surprised honestly that you know the fight ended the way it did just because they just stopped it. Like, I ain't never seen them stop a boxing match. Not when somebody you know, unless he got knocked down. You know, they did the count and it's a total knockout. But you know, I was just surprised that Conor wasn't swinging back. He wasn't defending himself or nothing. You know, he just kept getting rocked and rocked and rocked. And Mayweather surprised me. I know he said that he was gonna, you know, the fight wasn't gonna go distance, and you know he was gonna be, you know, different from how he usually fought. But you know, Mayweather really came at him and like stepped up every single time. It's funny because every time in those videos leading up to the fight, Conor was like, you know, whoever steps back in the ring, you know, I believe that should lose the fight. And you know, he stepped back so many times because Floyd kept coming at him. Floyd never backed off. Even when the ref was trying to get him off of him, he would literally try his best to get right back on Conor McGregor. And McGregor was just tired. He was just so tired. Oh my goodness, y'all. He was so tired. I was surprised that he was so tired. I mean, I understand that MMA, you know, they fight for about at the most 25 minutes. But dude, he was just so tired. Like, I don't understand why he was that tired. I'm talking about he was and then, you know, he came out strong. You have to realize this is a boxing match, not MMA. So you cannot come out trying to throw a whole bunch of punches. You can lose the first 3 rounds. Like Mayweather did. He lost the first 3 rounds, came back and whooped him. And then it got to the point where Conor was so tired that the punches that Mayweather did throw, I mean, they weren't hurting at first, but as you get tired, them punches gonna hurt. Them punches are going to hurt. And you hit him with that right hand. I'm talking about, he hit him one time, bang. And then his stance, you know, you can't sit there and hold your hands down. You have to put your hands up. That's what Mayweather doing the whole time, sitting there just like this. As soon as you let them hands down, boom. That's why he got him with the right hand. If he would have had his hands right there, he wouldn't have got hit as much as he did. But cause you know in MMA he come in there, he had his hands right there, and he never really blocks for real. He's never had to block because he's usually the aggressor. But it was a little different, and you know, all I can say is 50-0, the greatest, and you know he more than likely gonna be in the Hall of Fame, TBE, you know how it is. But I just want to hear what I'm glad also that Conor McGregor actually showed some respect after the fight, you know, and that's the good thing about that people don't see in Conor is that he does talk a lot of trash, and he will like cuss you out in front and like before leading up to the fight. But as far as like before, right after the fight, I mean, if he does lose, he does give his competitors, you know, respect, and even after he wins, he still respects them and you know gives them the credit that they deserve, you know, to go out there and you know fight and you know do it their best. But he gave Floyd a lot of respect, and that's what I like to see, honestly, because you know a lot of people don't like Conor McGregor because he talks trash, or they don't like him because he talks trash. But you know, a lot of people don't like him because he talks trash, but he does show respect, and that's the thing that I like to see after the fight. But here they got a post interview right after the fight, so I want to see what he had to say.
I've been watching highlights, trying to figure out what's what. I think I smoked him in the early rounds. I was pretty handy whooping him in the early rounds, and then he changed his style. He put his hands up and came down low, put his forehead on the chest, and started getting to work. And I wasn't
body shots are killing him.
I didn't anticipate that. You know what I mean? I had him like that the whole camp, or even like that at distance. But he completely changed his style and he came forward, so it threw me off. And he was composed in there. I wasted my shots on the gloves.
He was composed. Mayweather, it was like you could never tell that he was hurt. Like he would hit him. It was like when he got him one time in the body, and then Mayweather, I mean Conor charged on him and came forward with him. But Mayweather really don't. It's like when he take a hit, he just take it. He don't ever. You can never tell if that hit hurt him or not. The only way, and I've never seen Mayweather really get hurt. I mean, I've seen him get hit, but like as far as like actually being hurt, where you could tell like something wrong with him, that was the first time I've seen him get hurt in a long time. Even as far as like his fights in general, I've never seen Mayweather really get hurt, especially in his face. He never got hit in his face for real. He got hurt.
It was just a composure issue. I don't feel from a skill level. I felt alright in there. I felt like I was very close. I would have liked. I get that wobbly stage. I check me fights when it gets into the deep waters. There's a time in it, or in that middle stage or something, where I get that wobbly stage from fatigue. But I wasn't hurt. I wasn't wobbled once.
You were tired.
It was just I was fatigued. Let me get to the corner. Let me go down on a knee or something. Boxing's a little bit different, so I don't know. But I give him a hats off. Fair play to him. He's a composed man. You can give him nothing but respect. He took the shots early, and he took shots early. I cracked him with the left hand, and I saw him in a bit of panic, but he stayed very, very calm. That's just his years of experience.
When you look back on this fight, do you think that you'll feel it all shortchanged because of the way it ended, or because you gave away experience? Do you think?
I would have. I think I just deserved to see the. Let me into the corner, and then he could decide. I didn't go down. And there was one shot that slapped the head back, and then the last shots were grazing. Now they hit me, but they were grazing. They weren't like clean shots. The head didn't snap back. They were like as I was turning. Let me try and get to the bell, and then if you're not happy.
And that is the thing. You know, of course, it's like, you know, it looked like he can't defend himself, but at the same time, those shots that he should have at least, you know, put his head back up and started moving and stuff like that. And I believe that's why the refs stopped the fight, which I was, like I said, I was very surprised that they stopped the fight, just because, you know, he really wasn't. It's like he was getting hit, but it wasn't like he was just getting mauled by a whole bunch of punches and he couldn't defend himself at all. They weren't, like he said, they weren't necessarily all clean shots. He did graze him a few times, but he did get him. Mayweather did get him a few times. But you know, that's something that I guess you can just, you know, you just gotta get up and fight. You gotta put your head up, and because Mayweather would have never came down on him like that if he was at least trying to fight him, and, you know, moving, or at least, you know, because he was in the same spot and he was leaning down. He was tired. I'm talking about he was tired. But yeah, I wanted to see Mayweather knock him out, honestly. And I feel like that would have hurt him terribly if he would have knocked him out. Oh my goodness, y'all. I wanted to see him knock him out. That's all I wanted to see. That would have been official, like, he that dude. If Mayweather would have knocked Conor out, or at least knocked him down, that would have been right there. That would have been letting us know, right, this fight over. This fight over. You already know Mayweather got this fight. It's over. 50-0.
At the bell, then you can maybe pull me. Do you know what I mean? But give me that. It's fatigue. It's like, it's not. I don't know what it is. It's like a mental thing or something. It happened in the Diaz-2 fight as well. I had a little stage in the third round, end of the second and end of the third. But then look what happened in the fourth and then the fifth. I came back. I overcome it. So I would have liked him to get to that corner.
Yeah.
If that was MMA, the ref wants to see our nose hanging on your face before he's even thinking of doing something like that. He's doing it a little bit early, we thought.
Yeah. And yeah, man, like I said, I did think that, you know, he kind of did. They did kind of stop the fight early. I wish they would have let it go the distance as far as, like, let it actually play out. Because in MMA, yeah, you probably, you knock them out. You hit, once they get on that ground, you knock them, hit them about 3 or 4 times, and then they stop the fight. And they only stop the fight usually just because he's really knocked out and he can't defend himself at all. But yeah, it was mainly just fatigue, and that's why he lost. And you know, that comes with experience. Obviously, Floyd Mayweather done this 49 times, now 50, and you know, he stayed, you know, very composed and very you know, he's done this so long that, you know, 12 rounds ain't nothing. He loved 12 rounds. He loved doing that. Now he threw a lot more punches, and he actually connected a lot, way more than Conor McGregor, especially with the power too. But yeah, he said he owed us for the Manny Pacquiao fight, which was, yeah, that's totally right. You know, it's not that he fought bad. It's just that he didn't give us the show that we, you know, that we probably deserve as fans. But 50-0, y'all. You already know how your boy coming. TBE, the Money Team, Mayweather production. And now I don't know how much more money he done just made. He done made so much money, it don't make no sense. And I believe Conor just made a whole bunch of money too as well. So regardless, he getting that bread, and he has a future maybe in boxing. I don't know if he continues to box. You know, his money stacks up and he gets not to Mayweather, but somewhat, you know, in that area. But yeah, he can, as long as he just, I guess, his training, he has to train for 12 rounds. He has to, and he has to realize your strategy cannot come in trying to kill somebody. You're not gonna do that. You're not gonna do it. And if you do that, it's gonna be, you're gonna have to really put some power in the punch to do that. It's not gonna be you hit him a few times and then knock him out. Like, no, this is not MMA. And like you said, you know, they're not gonna see you can't knock somebody on the ground. You're gonna keep hitting them in boxing. You just gonna go back to your corner and let it happen, and you have to defend yourself. It's just like MMA. You're gonna have to defend yourself. You're gonna have to get up and start hitting too. So it's your boy Goggles, y'all. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think about this fight. Hey man, 50-0, Floyd Mayweather, Floyd Money Mayweather, and that's how it is. That's how it's gonna be. TBE to the day.